Another efficient use of police resources. Is there going to be a report from this? Probably not. Do you know what they were here for? Do they just all pull up right now? Weird. Weird. Sir, under the Fifth Amendment, you don't actually have to answer literally anything they say. Sir, under the Fifth Amendment, you do not have to answer anything they say. You have the right to remain silent because anything you say may be incriminating.
That's true.
I know.
Yeah. Well, we'll let him know. We're not.
With all due respect, no you don't, until you arrest him.
Oh, yeah.
When you read his Miranda rights. Until then, he can incriminate himself. Sir, you do not have to answer anything they are saying.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for letting him know.
I mean, I know that many people don't know their rights, which allows you guys to operate the way you do.
Do you have like a blog, right? You notify people and stuff like that, right? It's a good way to, advocate and let people know their rights.
Should I not take the advice I'm giving him?
No. It's good what you're doing.
It's David fucking Webb on YouTube, Instagram.
That's dope. I like that.
Yeah.
It's a good way, for people to know, because you don't know your rights, you don't know.
Well, it's not just about rights, it's about holding the Worcester Police Department accountable.
Okay, yeah, no.
Because I know how little is actually in the police reports. I know that only two, if they're lucky, of your names are actually going to be on the police report. Anything he says that is helpful to him and exculpatory will not be on the police report, but anything he says that you guys can then use against him to prosecute will be in the police report. So that is why people need to know ahead of time about their Fifth Amendment. Plus, you guys are intimidating him by standing around him in a circle like that. And more importantly, that police report isn't going to have the three other places you looked for him. It'll just say blah blah blah, found him over here, found with this, blah blah blah. I guess what I'm trying to say is your report only includes what is beneficial for you to use in court, not actually the full story. And that's where this video comes in. An hour, but I usually have a second battery with me.
Oh, so you have to like re-up it.
Yeah. When I'm at city council, I leave it plugged in.
You gotta get that.
Is your police report going to mention that you stopped to look at that guy and did a loop of WRTA first?
I think it should include that, yes.
Cool. Usually reports don't include the first few people you talk to. It only includes the one who you talk to who makes your police report look good.
You read a lot of the reports?
Yeah. It's actually kind of funny at this point. I've been filing public records requests before you guys leave the scene sometimes.
I mean, I'm a rookie. So.
I was at the Boston, I was in Boston yesterday for the counter protest for the fascists, and Boston police created a perimeter for them, and you could tell they put the newbies at the front. And I guess for what it's worth, like Worcester obviously does the same thing. Like, you're not just getting the grunt work, you're getting the dangerous things. When there are protests and they are sending in people to break down those protests and show force, you are going to be at the front of that line against people who are advocating for people's rights. Hopefully we don't have white supremacists in Worcester doing anti-abortion protests, and hopefully the Worcester Police Department doesn't escort them or defend them and create a perimeter if they do. But if and when they do, you might be instructed to defend white supremacists.
How many viewers you get on your videos on YouTube?
Actually, it's kind of funny. The most watched video I have was from the body camera footage of I don't remember his name, but alcohol enforcement. So I had a tenant who had an illegal nightclub, well, after-hours club, in the basement of my building, and so I coordinated with fire inspection and zoning, because
so you don't do it only for Worcester Police, you do like other stuff.
I mean, I'm primarily Worcester.
Oh, okay.
I'm very Worcester focused. I happened to be in Boston yesterday because that was a massive protest. That was a good cause, and I knew we needed more cameras, and what's the point of my white privilege if not being on the front line of those things?
Just staring at me.
Part of the job.
Yeah. I watched a couple of videos on YouTube of like the First Amendment artists and stuff like that.
One of my favorite videos is Don't Talk to the Police. It's 45 minutes from a former district attorney turned teacher, and then follow up from the chief of police after him. And he breaks down how it's never actually in your best interest to talk with the police. How what I just summarized to him, anything that can be used against you will be, anything that can help you doesn't actually make it to a court and is hearsay if they were asked to testify about it. it's kind of funny. The chief of police is going to be testifying against me in my LTC situation, and it's not relevant that we interact regularly at city events. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, we can say, my lawyer can say, have you interacted with this guy in his capacity as a protester? And he doesn't have to actually really respond. It's not part of his job, not part of, he's referencing report. More importantly, they just send someone who doesn't know me. But that's the funny part, is now the assistant, whatever his name is, assistant Fleming. I don't know if he's his deputy or assistant, but the second chief in charge is the one who actually shows up now, because he doesn't have interactions with me. Captain Early, who delivered my LCC revocation paper, came the first time to testify, but now that we've interacted at a protest, he has to stay back. So building rapport with you guys can't be entirely harmful, but
No.
see, now the police report says whatever he told you confirms it wasn't his, even though he didn't find anything stolen in it.
It's not my police report,
Like I said, it's not going to have everyone's name. That's part of why I'm here. The police report's going to have him, or maybe the driver who signs off on it. It doesn't say how many people are actually here. It doesn't say who was involved. It doesn't usually say how many times you stopped and checked out the wrong guy first.
What's the name of that guy? He's a famous auditor. Audit the Audit, I think it is.
I don't actually follow a ton of people on YouTube, unfortunately.
He's a good one. He doesn't necessarily give police a hard